Good morning. It's Thursday, July 11th. And today I'm back in Genesis, the very first chapter, the very first verse of the Bible, because it's amazing to me that every single time I read it, such a basic beginning, and yet when I read it, I get more and more and a bigger understanding of how a better understanding how big God is. So let me just go through what I'm reading. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, you notice before the heavens and the earth, before there was anything, there was God. God was there. This is not the beginning of God. This is the beginning of the heavens and the earth. And then it says the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. So it was the Holy Spirit that was going along the waters. We can't quite grasp what God looks like. It doesn't say God was flying on wings or a helicopter or just zooming around. It says the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, was hovering on the waters. You know, the Spirit of God does what God says. That's His Spirit. And so His Spirit, He sits on a throne. Although here it says He made light, divided that. Then He made a firmament in the midst of the waters, because the deep was the waters. And the firmament divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And then He called that firmament heaven. So it clearly says that wherever heaven is, there is waters above heaven. And I thought of how we are searching so hard for another planet because we know darn well we're destroying this one. And they're sending things up there and they're trying to find water on those planets. But if they could somehow get to heaven, they would find out water is above heaven. And, there's so much symbolism and so much to think about here because Jesus said He was the living water. And, where does that come from? The water is above heaven. Is heaven the sky? I don't know. Heaven is above the sky, from what I can understand. Why do we even need to know these things? Well, some of us don't. Some of us don't need to know it. Some of us can accept this is the way it is. God made the world in 7 days. That's all I know. Well, I think if you want to get closer to God, then you need to get closer to His Word. And you need to look at every single sentence. And you need to understand what it means to you. And how can God be before He made anything? The only thing I can figure is some kind of a circle. Because circles never end. And I don't know how it works, but I think that God is infinite. He is forever, but He always was forever. This is just the beginning of the heavens and the earth, because that's all He wants us to know, is our own situation, earth and heavens. There may be much, much more before this or after this, all along that circle. Whatever. But anyway, to get closer to God in your own personal way, you need to get closer to His Word. And take your time. There's no rush. There's nothing that says you have to read every single page in the Bible and within a year. Just take your time and one sentence at a time and ask God, what does that mean? And He will give you your own understanding. I think we each understand in our own way. And he draws us closer because we're individuals, and so he draws each one of us closer. So good luck, and if you ever have any questions or you want to talk to me in person, I'm always here at Girlfriend's Corner. I have a spiritual center here, and if you want to talk more about the Bible or about God or have a special prayer for yourself, just let me know. We can also do it over a chat phone too. You have a great day, and God bless you.